Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, DJ Fluffy here. Now, listen, we gotta have a quick talk. So, the Salamangreats deck in Yu-Gi-Oh actually took a big hit about a month and a half ago. So, people have been wondering, well, how's the deck supposed to function still? How's all that gonna work? So, your boy here has come up with the post-ban deck list. And so here is what it is. Now, a few of these cards can be changed out, obviously, if you don't have them or if you don't want them. I can tell you what those are at the end of the video. Now, we're going to start her off with a good old Ghost, Ogre, Snow, and Rabbit. This is nice for any effects on the battlefield. You can just send this card from your hand to the field and destroy that card on the field. It's pretty nice. The thing that I don't like about it, though, is that it doesn't negate the effect. It just destroys the monster. So if the monster can't be destroyed, it doesn't do very much against it. If it, like, I don't know, its effect still goes off. So you gotta pick and choose your battles there. I'm running 3 Effect Failure. If you don't know what Effect Failure does, then you're probably sleeping under a rock. But basically, during your main phase, or your opponent's main phase, you can quick effect and send this card to the graveyard, and you can target one monster, one effect monster, and that face-up monster's effects are negated until the end of the turn. So yeah, that's pretty dandy. So that's why I'm running 3 of those, because it's nice to negate boys. Now, Ash Blossom, also, you don't know what this does, you're living under a rock. Basically, you can send this from your hand to the graveyard and negate a deck search and add a card from deck to hand, a special summon from deck, or a send a card from deck to graveyard. It's really freaking nice. I do it all the time. It's such a nice card, and people do tend to get a little upset when you play it, but they're kind of hypocrites because they're also playing it. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Then we got Ghost Bell, a Haunted Mansion, and Haunted Mansion. So this negates like graveyard shenanigans. So you can send this from your hand to the graveyard to negate the activation of add a card from the graveyard to the hand, deck, and or extra deck, special summon a monster from the graveyard, and banish a card or cards from the graveyard. So you can negate all that greatness. In fact, later on, Ghost Bell and Ghost Ogre will be in the you can switch out category. Yeah, but I'll get there in a minute. Okay, most competitive deck lists are not running, let's see if it'll actually load, not running this card, the True King boy over here, because technically it's not competitive. However, it is still really nice, and it is nice to throw that out at your opponents when they're not expecting it, because it's not top tier. I have a friend that plays the Chaos Max deck, the Kendall's Chaos Max deck, and once he gets Chaos Max out, it's kind of impossible to stop him. For being honest there, it's extremely hard to stop Chaos Max with Salamangreats, I find. So I threw some True Kings in there, and now basically I can just take care of his Chaos Max whenever, but it's not just Chaos Max that it's good against. It's good against pretty much anything. I mean, I won against Fluffles. I mean, they're not top tier, but with this card, I won against, what are they called? Sky Striker, back when that was before the Sky Striker banned. I beat a lot of things just because of this card, so it's pretty great. Let's see, Flame Buffalo, I have it at 2. You can discard this card. Oh wait, I actually didn't talk about what this actually did. So it's non-targeting banish removal. So you destroy 2 other monsters in your hand or face up on the field, and including a fire monster. And if you do, you need to you can special summon this card, and if you do that, you can banish one of your opponent's monsters field, or one monster from your opponent's field or graveyard. If you do destroy the destroyed if both destroyed monsters were fire, if this card is destroyed by card effect, you can add 1 non-fire armor monster from your hand to the graveyard. You can use each effect once per turn. So yeah. So if you destroy, so basically you can destroy 2 monsters from your hand or on the field. One of them at least has to be a fire monster. If you do, you special summon this card and you banish 1 monster from your opponent's field or graveyard. The other part of the text doesn't really matter all that much. Yeah. So, yeah. But I would suggest destroying 2 fire monsters, or else the banishing won't work. Because that's the only reason why we run it. But if you're running it in the Salamangreats deck, you shouldn't at all ever run into not having enough fire monsters, as 90% of Salamangreats are fire monsters. So yeah. I didn't actually ever notice the second effect on this card. That's pretty cool. Wait, hold up. Is he a fire? Hold up. Whoa, I didn't notice that before. Wait, hold up. You could add... Wait, but it doesn't say except for not him. So you could add another one. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. I guess I got to read all my cards. Ooh, I like that. No, get away, ad. No, we don't like you. Go away. Okay, listen. No, frickin'. Okay. Wow. That's funny. I like that. Alrighty. Okay, so anyway, back to Flame Buffalo. We're running, what, 2 copies? If this card is face up on, if this face-up card leaves the field, you can discard 1 Cybers monster, which is all Salamangreats, and if you do, draw 2 cards. It's that simple. I actually never use Flame Buffalo that often, so yeah. I mean, he's a good card if you need card draw, but I don't actually ever use him that much because I don't find myself in need of card draw that often. So with the Salads ban, Lady Debug was actually brought up to 3, so we're running all 3 copies of her because this deck could not run anymore without 3 copies of her. What she does is she basically searches a level 3 or lower Cybers monster from your deck and adds it to your hand. And that's it. Yeah. Alrighty, Salamangreat beat Bison. Now, this is the same thing as the True King boy over there. He's not top tier at all. Like, not even close. But he's nice to throw out at people when they're expecting something top tier, and so they have all the things to go against the top tier thing, and then you play this, and it really throws them off. So, let me tell you what it does. So basically, if you have 3 or more Salamangreat monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon it in defense position from your hand, and you can target 1 Link monster that's a fire type in your graveyard, and then up to the number of face-up cards your opponent controls. So that's pretty cool. And then return them to the extra deck. That's pretty cool. Then you can negate the effects of cards face-up cards your opponents control until the end of turn. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. You know what's funny? I just realized I've been playing with this card wrong as well. I didn't realize that it said, I guess I should read my cards more closely. It says you can target Link monsters in your graveyard up to the number of face-up cards in your opponent controls. When I first read the card, I thought that said you can target one fire link monster in your graveyard with points up to the number, like with the you know how link monsters got the way that they point so that you can summon other link monsters, or it has an effect where it points to. Yeah, I thought it was talking about up to the number of points that your opponent controls monsters. Anyway, that was funny. Okay. And then you negate those after returning them to the extra deck, so that's pretty cool. Next up, we got some Salamangreat Falco over here. I'm only running one. Some people run more than that, but I only find that I need one because I just like get it back anyway with every card in my deck that returns stuff to the hand. So yeah, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Salamangreat, spell or trap in your graveyard. Set that target on the field. And then if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Salamangreat monster you control, except Falco. Return that monster to hand. If you do, special summon this card, and you can only use the effect. You can only use one effect of Falco per turn, and only once that turn. So yeah. Falco's pretty cool. I like him. Okay, who we got next? We got Foul, Salamangreat Foul. We're only running one copy again. I've been thinking about bumping her and Falco up to 2, but who knows. If a Salamangreat monster or monsters except Salamangreat Foul is normal or special summoned to your field except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use the effect of Salamangreat Foul once per turn. You can send one Salamangreat card from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard, then target one set, spell, or trap your opponent controls. That set card cannot be activated this turn. I never activate the second ability. I knew that it was there, but I don't activate it. So yeah. But yeah, no, it's a nice card. Why did I just switch to face up? Anyway, or did it that way. Yeah, anyway, she's nice. Special summon. Good link fodder. Alright, Foxy. Another one of those cards that, like, if it was hit in the ban, I don't know why it would, but if it was hit in the ban, we wouldn't be able to recover the Salamangreat deck from what it was. So, it reads, when this card is normal summoned, you can excavate the top 3 cards of your deck. And if you don't know what that means, it means you take the top 3 cards of your deck, you reveal them, and then you do the following effect. If you do, you can add one excavated Salamangreat card to your hand. Also, shuffle the rest into your deck. If this card is in your graveyard and a face-up spell or trap is on the field, you can discard one Salamangreat card, special summon this card, and then destroy the one face-up spell or trap on the field. So, and then you can only use this once per turn. Anyway, so I like that it says Salamangreat card and not Salamangreat monster, because sometimes you get like an extra copy of something that you don't want, or something that you can easily get back, and it doesn't really matter. Like, I used to run 2, what's it called? 2 Sanctuary, that's right. 2 Sanctuary, and whenever I'd get the second one, I would discard with this to do the whole other type of special summon that this card can do. So yeah, it's a pretty good card, mostly for the excavation part, but the other part's pretty nice too. Alright, so Salamangreat Gazelle. This card used to be up at 3 when the deck first came out, and oh my goodness, that's what made the deck top tier. This is what it made the deck tier S, or whatever you want to call it. Oh my goodness. This card's crazy. So, if a Salamangreat monster is sent to your graveyard, except Salamangreat Gazelle during your damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal special summoned, you can send one Salamangreat card from your deck or graveyard, except Salamangreat Gazelle. You can only use one effect. You can only use each effect of Salamangreat once per turn. So, what you used to do is go Salamangreat Gazelle and the Salamangreat Spinny, which I also run in here. And then you would XZ summon into Mirage Stalio, but Mirage Stalio just got banned. So Now it's kind of up to you what you want to send. Some people still send Spinny because of Spinny's effect, which we'll get to later. Or some people bring Jack Jaguar, which is something that we'll also get there in a little bit. Anyway, it's a nice card. It made the deck SS tier along with this bad boy right here that we'll get to in a little bit. So, here's Jack Jaguar, speaking of. I have him at 3, and it says, if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. Who cares? Anyway, I mean, it might be good against Shadalls. I don't know, I haven't played this deck against Shadalls yet. Yeah. If you control Salamangreat Link monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Salamangreat monster in your graveyard except Jack Jaguar and shuffle that target into the deck. If you do, special summon this card to a zone your Salamangreat Link monster points to. You can only use this effect. Sorry. Salamangreat Jack Jaguar once per turn. Oh, man, that hit me pretty hard. Anyway. So yeah, it's nice link fodder. It helps you go off with Sunlight Wolf. That's pretty nice. And also shuffles that Salamangreat card back to the deck. So if you need something back in your deck for any reason, just Jack Jaguar in there. Or you can return Link monsters to your extra deck, which is pretty good. Alright, so no one seems to be running Meer. I like to run one copy of it because the way that the card is stated, it technically means you can put Meer on the field before the game starts. Yeah. So basically, if it's not so what it says is if this card is added to your hand except by drawing it for your normal draw, which isn't the 5 cards that you draw at the beginning of the duel. So it still technically counts, and most places will let you do it, including like Dueling Nexus, which is online. That's how it's run on there. So yeah, some places won't let you because they consider it unfair, and so they change the card ruling to what they want. But I mean, it's like what is it? What's its attack and total? It's like an 800, 600 that doesn't actually matter. It's just link fodder. Anyway, so 99% of places will let you actually play it before the game actually starts. But you can't do it before your draw on your turn. So it has to be when you first draw it in your opening 5. Right when you draw it in your opening 5. After that, you can't do it. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So, if this card is in your hand, you can discard one. Oh wait, sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah, if this card is added to your hand except by drawing it for your normal draw, like I said, you can reveal this card, special summon it from your hand. So, yeah. It's just link fodder. However, if you did draw it on your normal draw, and it's in your hand, you can discard one other Salamangreat card and special summon it from your hand. You can only use each effect of Salamangreat Meer once per turn. So, I like him. He's a little cutie patootie. Yeah. No one's running this card either. It's kind of annoying that no one runs this because it's really funny to just troll people with it. So this is Salamangreat Raccoon for those of you who don't know who it is or what it is. So basically, when your Salamangreat monster is targeted for an attack by an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, then target those 2 monsters that would battle, gain life points equal to the attack of that opponent's monster. Also, your targeted monster cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. When your Salamangreat monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use each effect, or use this effect once per turn. So, that's a fun one. I really enjoy this. So no one's expecting it because, like I said, it's not top tier. So you just they swing it. Let's go back to my Chaos Max. I guess, no, not Chaos Max, because that wouldn't be a good, because he can't be targeted. Let's go back to, actually, I didn't give this example. So, let's pretend he's just playing a regular Blue Eyes deck. And let's say you got Sunlight Wolf out. And he's like, alright, I'm gonna deal this boy around 2,000 damage. This is gonna be pretty cool. This is gonna be great. I don't know. I don't remember how much attack Sunlight Wolf has. Anyway. He's all like, okay, let's yeet this boy at him. Let's yeet him at him. And because this isn't top tier, he's not expecting this. And so you just like yeet that out there. And you're like, ha, joke's on you. I gained 3,000 life and then take that damage, but I still have a ton of life left over from that. Thank you so freaking much. Anyway, yeah. That brings me joy. To think about. So, yeah. It's just really fun to do. Anyway, back to Salamangreats Spinny. Well, not back to. Anyway, Salamangreats Spinny. We have one copy of him. He reads, if you control a Salamangreat card, you can discard this card and then target one face-up monster on the field, and it gains 500 attack until end of turn. No one uses this effect. I maybe used it once just to see how good it would be, and it was not good. I mean, it got done when it needed to, but he was playing, what was it? Gravekeepers? And he just recovered all of his Gravekeepers the next turn, basically. Yeah, I mean, I still ended up winning the game, or the duel, but, yeah, no, he, still managed to, beat me. Anywho, let's keep going. Here's the one that matters. If you control a Salamangreat monster other than Salamangreat Spinny, and this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field, and you can only do each effect once per turn. So yeah, that's yeah. That's why you'd go into Mirage Stalio for your XZ summon, because then you could just send it to the graveyard. But it technically wouldn't be leaving the... I don't remember how the ruling works, but basically it doesn't get banished if you went into Mirage Stalio. But he's banned now, so it doesn't matter. Oh my goodness, what are all these ads? Okay, moving on. Fusion of Fire. Not many people are playing this, because not many people are still playing Violet Chimera, but I still am, because I enjoy the card. So, you know what fusion cards do. You can fusion summon one Salamangreat fusion monster, and using cards from your hand or either side of the field is fusion material. It's basically a super poly for Salamangreats. Alright, Monster Reborn. If you don't know what this does, you're an idiot. As it is, I would say, other than Blue Eyes White Dragon, the face card of Yu-Gi-Oh! In fact, I would say more people know about Monster Reborn than Dark Magician, which is funny. Anyway, target one monster in either graveyard, special summon it. Yeah. Salamangreat Sanctuary. People say this is a staple card for Salamangreats. I don't believe that it is. I mean, it's nice when you get out, like, your Sunlight Wolf, but other than that, no. Yeah, so, no. Anyway, if you link summon a Salamangreat Link monster, you can use one Salamangreat Link monster you control with its same name as the entire material. During the damage calculation, if your monster battles, you may pay 1,000 life points, then target one Link monster you control and make its attack 0, and if you do, gain life points equal to the original attack. No one does that. They only use the first effect, and then you can only do them once per turn. Salamangreat Circle. This was also hit at the same time as Gazelle. And I honestly thought Salamangreats would be dead, but they're not, so yay. However, it's still a good card, and that's why it was dropped down to 1. Activate one of these effects. Add one Salamangreat monster from your deck to your hand. This is the one that 99% of people use. No one actually ever uses the second ability. And if they do, they're kind of dumb. Anyway, the second ability says target one Salamangreat Link monster you control that was Link summoned using a monster with the same name as material. That Link monster is unaffected by monster effects this turn except by its own. Yeah, no one ever uses that. We're gonna go to Will of the Salamangreat. Now I have 2 copies in there because I like to see it. I always do. It's a nice card to see. So it says during your main phase, you can special summon one Salamangreat monster from your hand or graveyard. You can send this card face up from the field to the graveyard, then target one Salamangreat Link monster you control that was Link summoned using a monster with its same name as material. Special summon Salamangreat monsters from your hand and or graveyard in defense position up to the number of that monster's Link rating. So I've never actually used that. I'm sure a couple people have. I've never seen it personally, but I'm sure there's a couple of Salamangreat builds out there that can utilize that. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's nice if you like want to go into like update Jammer into Borreload. Yeah, actually, I've never considered that. Maybe next time I play with this deck, I'll try that. Because if you bring out, let's say you have a, so you have like either a Sunlight Wolf or a Heatleo. We're gonna go with the Sunlight Wolf just to be safe. Let's see, and then you link off the two. No, link off Sunlight Wolf and one other. No, actually, what you would want to do is return Jack Jaguar to the field with his effect. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, that would work. Cool. Alrighty, Salamangreat Roar. I have 3 copies of this because it's a fantastic card, and people aren't very happy when you play it. When a spell or trap card, when spell/trap card or monster effect is activated, okay, there we go, there is an is activated while you control a Salamangreat Link monster, negate the activation if you do destroy that card. While this card is in your graveyard, if a Salamangreat Link monster is Link summoned to the field using a monster with the same name as material, you can set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. This is freaking nice. I love this card, because not only does it negate, it also destroys. So, yeah, that's pretty great. And that's it for the main deck. We're going to head over to the extra deck real quick. I'm going to try to make this fast, because this is already a 30-minute video. So, Borreload Dragon. Yeah, if you don't know what this does, you're kind of an idiot. So basically, neither player can target this card with monster effects once per turn. Each effect, you can target one face-up monster on the field. It loses 500 attack, blah, blah, blah. Your opponent's monster can activate cards, effects. Start the damage step of this card attacks an opponent's monster. You can place this monster in the zone this card points to, and take control of it. Yeah, and then put it in the graveyard at the end of the next end phase. In the end phase of the next turn. So, if you have a Violet Chimera out, you can use the quick effect, loses 500 attack. Then you can attack with Violet Chimera, and Violet Chimera's attack doubles, I believe, and then, like, destroys. But most of the time, you're going to be using that second ability, which steals. So, next we're going to go into Linkuriboh. Listen, I'm only running this because I don't have any other Link monsters to put in its place. Once I do, I'm going to be taking this out because it's not needed. I just wanted it in there. Same with Power Code Talker. I never use this. It's just in there until I get something better. Salamangreat Baylings. This card searches out your Salamangreat Sanctuary. There we go. And also, if a Salamangreat monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard instead. It's pretty nice. Oh my goodness, I swear. If I get another ad, I'm gonna go ballistic. Let's go. Back. X. Okay, anyway. Yugioh. I don't remember what this card does because I never actually use it. But if this card is link summoned, you can target one card your opponent spell or trap zone, shuffle it into the deck once per turn during your main phase. If this card was link summoned using Salamangreats Yugioh's material, you can target one face-up monster on the field and one monster in your graveyard, and the attack of the first becomes equal to the other's target till end of turn. Okay. I never actually used that card. It's just in there because it's a Salamangreat Link monster. Sunlight Wolf, kind of the heart of the deck. If this card is normal or special summoned to, if a monster is normal or special summoned to a zone this card points to, except during the damage step, you can add one fire monster from your graveyard to your hand. But for the rest of the turn, you cannot normal summon / set or special summon monsters with the added monster's name. And then during your main phase, if you control this card that was link summoned using material, or using Sunlight Wolf as material, you can add one Salamangreat spell or trap from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that can be activated as many times as possible, that second ability, as long as it's your main phase and you're only doing it once per turn. So if you have Sunlight Wolf out for like 3 turns, you can activate that ability 3 times. Anyway, let's keep going. Violet Chimera. You need to fuse it with one Salamangreat monster and one Link monster. If this card is fusion summoned, you can make this card gain attack equal to half the combined original attack of the material used to summon it until the end of this turn. Once per battle during the damage calculation. If this monster battles a monster whose current attack is different from the original attack quick effect, you can double this card's attack during the damage step calculation only. If this card that was fusion summoned using Salamangreat Violet Chimera's material battles a monster, that a monster's attack becomes 0 during the damage calculation only. It's a pretty nice card. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I like it a lot. That's why it's at 3. Let's see. Update Jammer. Only go into Update Jammer if you're going into Borreload after. And I'd say within the same turn. Because people see you have an Update Jammer, they're going to try to get rid of it if the turn goes to them. So, only go into this if you know for sure you can go into a Borreload Dragon. Or Borreload Dragon. Yeah, so basically it says that once per battle during the damage calculation, if a Cyberse monster battles quick effect, you can activate this effect, negate all other cards' effects on the field until the end of the damage step. Damage calculation for this battle uses each monster's original attack and defense. Also, if an opponent's monster is destroyed by battle this way or sent to the graveyard, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. If this card is sent to the graveyard as link material, that link monster can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Whew. So it allows Borreload to attack twice, which is pretty freaking good. Come on, what is wrong with you? Which is pretty freaking good. So yeah, that's my Salamangreat build. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the whole quit going at the end of it. I didn't realize how close I was. This is a long video. Anyway, be safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't do anything crazy. Yeah, have a fantastic day, I guess. Peace out, guys.